The next
Yeah.
All right, hi everyone.
It's still growing.
Up next we have Get Sales from Instagram Ads with Garry James. Gary's a Gary's a marketing professional who lives locally on the South Coast. He's worked in marketing for tech companies, entertainment companies, and B2B companies. His frank and friendly approach to marketing focuses on results instead of the usual marketing fluff. He is currently CMO at Foundry, a fast-growing co-working brand, and with their first location in Eastbourne.
Thank you. Welcome everyone. Good morning. Yeah, I'm frank. It means like I swear a lot and aggressive usually. But yeah, I'm Garry. I currently work for Foundry, and Foundry is a co-working space in Eastbourne. Got 4 locations now, and it's growing across the country. Previously, I did work for Switchflame once upon a time, and I worked for entertainment clients, which sounds dodgier than what it is, but it's companies like Netflix and Disney encouraging, or not encouraging, it sounds weird, or trying to get them more subscribers through different paid mediums. So, what do I do? There we go, my experience. So, these are a range of different companies that I've worked for in my career so far. It shows that it's hard for me to like stay places, and I've got ADHD, and like I need to move on quickly because of all of these things that I've done more than anything else. But yeah, from small businesses, from restaurants, dog groomers, barbers and hotels, to service-based businesses, so B2B, lawyers, tech companies, and currently co-working spaces, e-commerce, destinations, and entertainment as well. And I guess the purpose of this is that this talk is around getting actual results from Instagram and Facebook ads. I think there's a lot of kind of advice on the internet about, yeah, you should post on social media and you're going to get loads of money and get loads of business from it. And I think that'll be highly unlikely. So yeah, I want you to quickly kind of break down what an ad looks like. And so if you are on Facebook or Instagram, you will have seen different ads on those platforms. So it starts with like fun creative. So that's when you're scrolling late at night and you should be paying attention to your loved one, but you're not, you're bored of them. And so you're looking at fun creative on social media that captures your attention. The second part of that is that creative has been set up and tracks what you do. And so if you click on that ad, it will track you through to usually a landing page on someone's website where they will ask you to do something else. Either sign up to a newsletter, fill in a form, check out a product, read some information. That's the types of things that advertisers or businesses want you to do. So before, I guess, jumping into how to, or different ads that you can set up, it's good to understand what you want to achieve. So there's 4 kind of main categories. There's other things you can do with ads, but for today, there is awareness, which basically I would put it in the category of getting eyeballs on a piece of content, on a piece of creative. That's what awareness does. It doesn't, as a standalone type of ad, get you specifically sales. Then you have clicks, so that's getting people to click through to your website. That could be to read more information. That could be to check out products, but the whole objective of that ad campaign is to get people to click through. And then you can get followers. I'm torn about running ads to get followers because it's a vanity move more than anything else to be like, yeah, we've got 5,000 followers. Great, good for you. Are they buying from you? I don't know. And then the final one is leads or sales. So depending on the type of company that you are, if you're a B2B company, if you're a law firm, for example, you might want someone to fill in a form to provide more information about their law problem. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. Or if it's a sale, if it's like an e-commerce website, like you're selling t-shirts, then you want someone to add that to the basket and check out immediately. But I don't just want to talk for half an hour. Does anyone want to kind of volunteer information about who they are, and have they got any experience of running ads at the moment, or any qualms or issues that they've had? Open to anyone.
Apart from
Not you.
we work in the same company, so that's why.
Anyone.
Well, I'll throw something at you.
Yes.
Tim Sorensen from the Education Business Partnership here in Eastbourne. We run a big event with the Borough Council called the Big Future Show. Some of you will be aware of that and some of you may well have exhibited at it. We have a big issue in terms of raising awareness for a particular group, because although the event is geared at students, some of whom will be here today from the college, it's also open to job seekers.
Yeah.
And the challenge we've got is trying to get a message through to those job seekers who would have the opportunity of seeing many vacancies. We do use a degree of social media, but I would have to say I don't believe it's been that successful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the expert here at all, I'm just the customer at the end of the day. So I'm very interested to see whether there are smarter ways that we could be using the likes of Instagram and particularly Facebook to try and draw in those particular individuals. That of course is assuming they've actually got access to the technology to start with.
Yeah.
So for us that's a real issue, because there's a lost opportunity.
Yeah.
For a lot of people who actually would be very employable if we can only connect them with the event in April next year.
Yeah, I know that running ads specifically for job postings, it's limiting. So like, we'll go into targeting in a bit, but you can target anyone that you want in any country around the world. But if it's specifically for a job and a job offer, the targeting options are more limited. But if it's an event that's around employment and jobs, then that would be fine.
Exactly.
Anyone else? Over here?
I just wondered whether you feel it's only worth doing kind of paid social as opposed to kind of non-paid.
I think it's both. It's what, you know, I would, at Foundry, for example, we have organic content on social media that people see or followers see. And it's sometimes a tick the box exercise, and you can grow those followers organically, but it takes time. If you want more instant results, I would recommend running ads. Anyone else want to kind of introduce themselves in their business? Yes.
I don't want to introduce myself. Just a question about some catchment
Yeah.
stuff. So like, I found working for years in London, don't know if you've heard of it, social media. So you could put anything on our
I'll crack the jokes.
and wear the sexy shirts. You could put anything on social media and it would get a guaranteed number of clicks. In Eastbourne, there's a smaller pool of people looking at your. Does that present challenges or not really?
Yeah, it does. The geography of the place that you're targeting does present challenges, and it's one of the challenges, I guess, for Foundry and Eastbourne is that you've got a semicircle if you draw a radius of people that you can target, because you've got the ocean on the other side of you. And so if you do, I want to target Eastbourne town centre, but then a 5 kilometre radius, it maybe goes to like over to Cooden and then over to Seaford, but then you're limited options wise based on the actual demographics of people living there. Where if I was to target a 3 mile radius in central London, there'd be millions of people that you'd be targeting. So it's limiting based on the geography. Right, oh, there we go. That's good. So I've got an example from previously where the aim for Foundry was to increase inquiries for offices in Eastbourne. This campaign type was like the objective that we set it up as, so it was a sales or leads ad. We wanted people to click through to the Foundry website and fill in a form to potentially get in touch and organise a tour. This was the budget, 800 quid. We had 28 results, so it worked out a cost per result or cost per lead in Foundry's case of 28.50. And then that's an example of the creative on the right hand side. This is an old ads that we had previously run, but it just shows you a real kind of data of running a campaign and the results. And I guess the cost per result, you might be like, oh my God, that's high, but it depends on the type of business that you are. If you're selling 10 quid t-shirts, then 28 quid is quite expensive. If you're selling, you know, offices, or if you're selling legal services with a higher margin, then you might be willing to pay that cost per result. It depends on every type of business. Yes?
How long did it run for?
This ran for about 3 weeks. And I will go into Facebook ad platform and show you, but you could run that £800 for an hour, or for 6 months if you wanted to. It's based on the kind of results that you will get. And like in a previous job, I worked with WWE in Saudi, and they came to us and were like, "We've got £10 million to spend," and I was like, "Great, love that." And they were, I was like, "What do you want to do?" And they were like, "We just want people in Saudi to know that we're here." And I was like, "What the fuck? What kind of objective is that?" They'd already sold out all of their tickets for the event, and they were paid lots of money by the Saudi government to go there anyway. So they just wanted to make a splash. That was the whole objective. And so you can spend £10 million or dollars in 3 days if you want to as well. If you have that money lying around, let me know. So another Foundry example from last year, we have a cocktail bar in our workspace in Walthamstow, East London. We wanted to get people to book for New Year's Eve drinks. So this type of campaign was more about educating people that you can have a New Year's Eve party here. It wasn't to get sales directly. And so we set up the campaign as a clicks campaign. We wanted people to click through to the website and read about the New Year's Eve experience. Budget was £500. We had results of 761 clicks through to the website. So it was a cost per result of 67 pence. And then I guess, I want you to think about, for not 5 minutes, because I'll just be standing staring at you for 5 minutes, that'd be awkward. What your business does, what's the point of running ads, and what do you actually want to achieve? I guess you're interested because you showed up here. Could you justify £100 for a test with no expected results? And is your website ready for ads? I think a lot of people jump into running Facebook ads and be like, "Oh, it's crap, it didn't work." And it's potentially one because of the creative was pretty mediocre, or your website that you have isn't set up properly for ads, i.e. one, tracking's not in place, and we'll get to that, or two, just the layout of the website isn't the most optimized for running ads. So have 2 minutes to think about that, then we'll come back and have a little chat about it.
Is your business set up with no, it's really nice back in forms. Business. Me neither.
That's so cool. It wasn't blatantly obvious, actually.
Yeah, not for us, for advice.
But I know we're actually sacking her.
I avoid it's hard for me to know the shit. No, it has
Do you run
What's your
business and you do it right?
Oh, this is fancy. What do you do? Oh, wait.
I'd like to see a car more. Well, I mean, there's a private theatre ongoing.
And that's what's actually funny, isn't it? Because a lot of people jump into yeah. So when they click through, you've lost money because their website. Are you? No, I've got it. I shoot.
All right, that's enough time. Does anyone want to come back and share? If they'd be confident in losing just 100 quid, throwing it away. Yes.
I'll give away £100, yeah.
Nice. Cash.
I'd love to give away 10 million, but we don't have it. So I'm here from the View Hotel.
Yeah.
So what's for us the point of running ads at the moment? Something I really need to focus on is filling the bedrooms. Let's
Yeah.
say other areas of the hotel are doing quite well, and I'd be happy to give away £100 to try something new. We do already spend actually on social ads, but an extra £100 just to try something new.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's the objective of your current ads that are running? Is it to get clicks to the website or?
Yeah, we have quite a few.
Yeah. I'm
yeah,
putting you on the
sort of
spot. You're like,
straight
stop talking.
Yeah, no, she's the doer.
and then we have like lead generation ones as well, for like our newsletter and stuff.
Great.
So it depends. Sort of.
You guys are smashing it. Job done.
Well, we are in certain areas, but other areas we need. We need some focus on. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are already doing it, but doesn't mean we can't do it better.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
So my name is Kirsty, I work for Pro Event Solutions, and one of the struggles we've got with ads is we work in London and locally.
Yeah.
People locally don't have the budget, so we'd like to do ads but have them go to a landing page where it's slightly less of a price, and then the London ones go for the higher ticket option. Is there a way to do that with one ad and it goes, depending on their location, it goes to a different landing page?
Yeah.
Or,
We can show you in, I'll set, Jesus, this screen. Yeah, but when you set up, there's like a setup wizard, and so the step one is kind of naming the campaign. Step 2 is called ad sets, and you can create different ad sets for different locations. So you can say, I want an Eastbourne ad set and target just Eastbourne. Those ads will be specifically designed for Eastbourne that will link to a specific Eastbourne landing page on the website. Then you can have a London ad set, but the same ad campaign overall. Then you can compare them as well and be like, okay, Eastbourne is costing us 9 quid per lead, London is costing 14 quid. So actually the setup of sales campaigns on Meta is annoying and irritating. There's a very simple process-ish where you've got to install a thing called the Pixel. It's like, 13 digits long, and you copy and paste that onto your website and put it in a specific place. It depends on the platform that your website is built on, like Squarespace and WordPress, and all the kind of main website builders have just a really simple way of copy and pasting it and putting it in, and it links up. So that's the first step that you need to do. Second step is like setting up a conversion. That's just telling Facebook ads what does success look like. Is it go to a specific landing page after you have a sale? So for Foundry, where people fill in a form, and then after they filled in that form, click the button, they're redirected to like a thank you for your inquiry URL. And we know that anyone that visits there, that's a successful lead that's come to us. And so that's how we measure conversions. Then you set up an ad campaign and monitor results. I'm not going to talk about how to do that. There's loads of tutorials on YouTube, and if you're having problems, then come and see me after. And then targeting, for the last 10 minutes, wanting to talk about this. But yeah, you can target anyone that you want to on social media. Business owners, specifically Instagram admins, people that like cat food, that's an option. Marvel movie watchers, or people living on a specific road or postcode. So those are very specific, random examples. But I want us to jump in and actually have a look with some of the examples here. And then the last part that I want to touch on is the creative. So the ads that you present to people need to be engaging, lest they won't click on them or do what you want them to do. So you can use videos and images. If you're using videos specifically, like if you want someone to buy something from you, I would recommend using under 15 seconds, because anything longer than that, you get lots of people watching the video, but no one clicks through. If you want more views, you can make it longer. And image carousels, where you swipe along, there's 6 to 10 images, work well to sell a range of different products or show off different product features. And then include a call to action. What do you want people to do? And then, there's more. And yeah, think about the images and videos that you have. Are they suitable for running ads? What do you have content-wise, and what do you need to get? I know there's photographers and videographers here today. If you want to speak to anyone or a recommendation, then come to myself. And then Canva is a free platform that's like cheating at Photoshop. So I'm crap at Photoshop and I don't have the patience for it. But Canva is like a drag and drop piece of software where there's a free version and a 10, 11 quid a month version where you can drag and drop different templates for social media ads. And that's what mainly I use when I don't want to bother Eleanor to make me something fancy and pretty. And yeah, I would recommend checking it out. So, this is Facebook Ads platform. When you sign up, and so to create a campaign, once you've set up all of your different tracking that you have, you would click create, and there's this step-by-step wizard that it walks you through, where it firstly asks you, what do you want to achieve? What's your objective? And so this is where before you need to think about what you want to achieve. So there's awareness, as I said before, if you just want eyeballs on a piece of content. There's traffic, and it does give you a description in each of them where it will get you Instagram profile visits or link clicks to a website. There's engagement, so that could be views on a video. That could be people actually interacting, liking, commenting, and sharing on your post. And then leads are what we use for Foundry, where it's either getting people to fill in a form specifically on Facebook or Instagram. It could be getting someone to message you via DM on Instagram or Messenger or WhatsApp. Or it could be conversions on a website, i.e. you want someone to fill in an actual form on your website. Then if you have an app, you can get app downloads, and then sales could be for more e-commerce focused companies, where you can load in a catalogue of products if you have a large product range. So let's go, who wants to be a guinea pig? No one. Wow. Yes. The View Hotel. Give me something that you want to promote specifically.
Festive afternoon teas.
Okay. And how would you usually, would it be generate inquiries, or would it just be like check out and buy?
Check out and buy.
Okay. So for that, we would want a sales type inquiry where we want people to, a mouse to work, we want people to go to a website, read more information, and then check out and buy after that if they're keen. So this is the kind of 3-step process, and so you would give it a name like View Festive Teas, and you can set, and like the example before that I shared, where if you want an overall campaign budget of, let's say, £500, but wanted to split the locations that you have. So if you wanted this going to Eastbourne and Brighton, for example, but you overall wanted to spend £500, then you would turn on the campaign budget. But if you want to, we're not going to get into that for here. And that's all you really need to do in this first step. And then into the second step, this ad set is all around the targeting. What type of people do you want this ad to go to? So firstly, it's where do you want them to go to? So you want them to go to the View Hotel website, I would imagine, and read more information. But there are options where you can send people to an app, to a messaging app, so Messenger, Instagram, or WhatsApp, or you can directly get people to call the hotel to inquire about more information as well. And then this is where you load in the pixel, which is pre-installed. So there's a range of different pixels here, but we would choose that. And then the conversion event, that's your measure of success that I spoke about before. So there's lots of options in here, but let's just put a lead form on Foundry's website as what we want the ads platform to say, yes, this is successful and we're happy to pay for this. And then we have the budget and the schedule. I would recommend putting a lifetime budget, which means you set a start date and an end date. It won't spend over, in this case, 350 quid, but you can edit these, so you can say £50, and then I want it to run for a couple of days till Saturday. And I would say, you know, there's going to be lots of pop-ups from Facebook, and I think a lot of people are like, yeah, Facebook ads don't work, but you need to bear in mind that Facebook is a company and they want to make money from you, right? Their ad platform works for lots of different businesses, but they want to make money, and they will do anything to try and increase the amount of money that you spent. So the next section is around the location. So this is where you can be very specific or very broad. So currently the targeting is all over the UK, and it will give you these statistics here. Estimated audience size 28 million, and the types of reach and conversions that you will get. But if we were to be more specific, you can type in a town, a city, an actual postcode, an address, and then draw a radius around. So let's just say 10-mile radius around Eastbourne, and that'll say the estimated audience size of people on Facebook or Instagram is 120,000. Estimated daily results that you will get is between 8 and 24 conversions for the budget that's been set. And then in here you can be, again, very specific with your targeting, or very broad if you want to be as well. So you could say people who are interested in food, nothing. There we go. So people who are interested in food, and then see what other suggestions come up. So if Facebook classes someone as a foodie, if they're interested in restaurants, and then you know that the people that you're reaching will be more inclined to book with you. And then you can also be specific about the age and gender if you want to do that as well. And then finally, you're into like your placements, which means like, where do you want your ads to run? Do you want them all over Facebook and all over Instagram, or do you just want them on Instagram stories or Reels, or just on Messenger, so you can pick and choose where you want your ads to perform? And then the last section, because I'm tight on time, is around this is where you actually build out what the ads, and it'll show you on the right hand side different previews of what it'll look like on different platforms. So it says what page do you want to show it from, and then you can manually upload a specific image or a carousel swiping that we spoke about earlier, and where you want to send people to in here as well. So the destination is like, what's the website that you want people to click through. It's a very quick example, because people are holding up clipboards at the back, on how to set up an ad. I hope you found this useful, and I'll be around for a wee while if you want to ask specific questions about your business. Thank you for listening.